Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. It's been a minute since I filmed anything. I just needed a little break, and it's been a few weeks since I've done a setup in this planner. If you're returning to the channel, you know this is my school planner where I keep track of my daughter's online school. She managed to get her assignments and everything done a week and a half before they officially went on Christmas break. So we've had quite the break. So it's going to be interesting getting back into that routine. So I did go ahead of time and write down for the month of January all of her assignments and everything. The thing that has changed is she is down one less class this semester, and apparently she's not going to have as many live lessons that she had previously. Sorry, I'm just trying to find some paper right quick to because typically I cover this up right here, and I have not done it for the month of January yet. So lots of changes for this semester. So yeah, she is down one less class. She does not have internet safety this semester, so it does change her schedule up a little bit, but she only had it 1 day a week, like an assignment in it 1 day a week, so it's not going to be, you know, too huge. So yeah, I use this sidebar over here to mark and label the classes. So I don't need all that, and I typically have it already covered up, but not being in this planner for almost a month, not quite a month, but it was getting close, caused me to forget to get that prepared. So I'll do the other weeks off camera, but this is just what I typically do. This is cardstock, so it's a little more thicker, but typically I just take some thin printer paper and cover that up, but I used what I had close by. All right, so let me get out, because speaking of, so when I knew we was out and I had the time, I made these labels. Now they're a little off center, but it's okay. I didn't need them to be perfect. I just needed to be able to label the sides over here. Now I did, because without checking first, I did end up making some for internet safety, and now that she doesn't have that, I'll just cover that up and use it for make new labels for one of the other classes. And since we don't have that top spot up there, I'll just move everything up because I did have internet safety going across there. So I'm just going to cover that up, or not cover it up, but move everything up. And then I'll just have an extra row down here at the bottom. That will be easier to not easier, but it'll make more sense to decorate down there than the top space up there. So I'm just cutting off the ends because the labels are so big. This is still going to be a lot easier. Than what I was having to do before. So yeah, even I'm having to trim some stuff off. It is labeled and ready to go. Yeah, I may have to trim some off, but it's okay. Doesn't take that long. And it don't take no time to cut off that excess. Might not be the straightest, but it's okay. I could put Steady Island at the bottom now. I have been putting it in this box over here, but now that I got that extra space, I could actually put Steady Island right there. And I'll go ahead and put, I know this ain't gonna match for now, but I'll have those labels made today, and then that's where Steady Island will go. Cool. All right. So what I typically do is, I don't worry about doing this on the weekends because we do nothing on the weekends, but oh no, there it is. Okay. I filled this out a little bit different because we don't go back till Tuesday, so I just scooted it up, and that's got me thrown off a little bit. So she has that, and there's something else in ELA that she is going to have, looks like every Wednesday. It's not labeled a live lesson per se, but it is something that's mandatory that she is supposed to do, so we'll mark it. Okay, there's these flags. I'll just use them. Okay. So I just, to mark her assignments, I just take these little flags and turn them on the side, and then as she completes the assignment, I check it off the side of it. That's how I can keep track. You know, before, when she had the extra class, she wouldn't have an assignment in every class every day, but because we're this semester is different schedule wise, she does have something every day. in all of her core classes. She does have visual arts. And it may seem like a lot, but honestly, it doesn't take her no time to, and I put those on the wrong day. It doesn't take her no time to get her assignments done. Not being there, not having school on Monday threw me off on putting things down. So put that below there because that box marks her live lesson. The only live lesson, which is like a live Zoom meeting that they have. The only ones that she appears to going to be having, at least for now, unless it changes, is in social studies. So I'm using the boxes to mark that. Okay. Now that I'm on the day I'm supposed to be on. Yeah, it's gonna be a little weird getting back into the habit of school after being out for so long. And it's going to take some getting used to where I moved that. And even though I don't need to have this has been a good visual for me to have to keep track of, you know, when she gets her assignments done and what she has and stuff like that. So, and it's not been a big deal to have another planner in the lineup. Still gonna have art on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, she doesn't look like she will have social studies on Friday. I don't know if that will, I haven't looked ahead, or at least paid attention ahead to see if she won't have social studies assignments every Friday, but she doesn't this one. Okay, so that gets all of the functional done. So now I can go in and do decorative. Obviously, leave myself a little bit of room to write in the assignments, but finish that page off. I left apparently a couple of little scrap pieces. So I'm just gonna just because technically they are going back to school. It's the first day back. These we won't be using because of the type of school she does, like picture day. She might use a couple of the field trips that won't be book fairs or parties or anything like that, but that's okay. I don't expect to need this, but put that down in case there's some things that I need to take note of. I think I'm gonna have much to use as far as decorative from this book. I have to see if there's something I can steal from another book. Because usually I fill up the whole weekend. Let me just grab this big. Because they at least go with the colors. Putting a bunch of these down just to kind of fill that in. Because again, I don't use the weekend, so. All right, so that took care of 2 pages. So now I'm just going to go in with the smaller ones and just kind of fill in between. tear this page out because I'll probably be using most of this page, if not all of it. I know it's really bright decor that I'm kind of going with on this, considering it's still winter, but I don't think it's a bad one to start the semester off with. And plus I tried usually mostly to use like all my teacher books in the teacher planner, because that's where it would fit mostly, you know, to make sense. So that's why I try to use mostly only teacher books in my teacher planner, just for that reason, because it makes the most sense for the purpose. So I don't, okay, you don't want to come out, so we'll just leave you in there. It just makes the most sense just to, you know, use it. And I don't have a lot of those books because I'm not a teacher, but I loved all the seasonal books. So I used I got a lot of the seasonal books, sticker books to use, because I'm like, I can find a way, I can figure out a way. And I guess this is all that I have left as far as quote boxes for this thing. That's okay. We'll use different color. There we go. I don't want to have too many of the same flowers close to each other. Okay. No, it's pretty chaotic, but that's okay. Everything that I was able to see. I will hang on to this just in case. Actually, I don't need to. I can go online to check. But from what I saw, when I just got through checking, this is everything for the first week going back to school. Now, I do want to cover that up because that is bugging me. I'll actually go over it twice so that way it covers, so the dark doesn't shine through. Flowers doesn't match, but that's okay. That won't bug me as much as that bar that goes across there, because it stands out in contrast to these very bright, almost neon florals. Alright, so that covers that up. It doesn't bother me as much. Alright, so that takes care of it. Just going to grab main book back, put it back on the discs. Go ahead and move the bookmark over. Alright, so that does it for this spread. Using the functional part mostly of the Teacher Floral sticker book, and the decorative parts using this Florals Mega Sticker book. That was a little off plan, but that's okay. It still came together because the only ones other than a couple of the quotes that I used out of this mostly was functional. The only decorative was this, and it's okay. It's not gonna bother me that it's a little different from the rest of the florals, because I won't be paying attention much to Monday anyway. So this is it. This is getting our first week set up for back to school, second semester. It's hard to believe that we're getting ready to go into the second half of the school year. It's hard to believe her middle school years is almost done. Yeah, I guess I got to contemplate on that a little bit on how I feel, but that'll do it for this. Got me all set up and ready to go. It's bright, and I'm okay with that, because not all my spreads came out this bright, so it's okay. But if you liked how this turned out, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't yet and you would like to, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.